Hey netizens, welcome to DigiMestry Labs. First of all, apologies for my strained voice. I was suffering from a bad cold last week. This video was supposed to come out last week as well, so apologies again. Now, let us get back to our topic. This is the 7th video from the RPG Builder tutorial series. Please check out other videos in this tutorial series. The details of those videos are available in the description. The aim is to complete a slice of an RPG game with all the functionalities present in the RPG Builder. If you are interested, please show your support and love by subscribing to the channel and liking the videos. This helps us a lot. With that said, let us continue with our game development journey. In this 7th part, we will continue with our enemy character setup. We will combine the preset behavior and ability that we created in the previous video. We will then create a face ability and the enemy face. Next, we will add all these configurations to create an actual enemy NPC in the RPG Builder. Finally, we will then spawn the enemy NPC in our scene and test the functionality. To begin with, open the RPG Builder editor. Then, navigate to the Face Abilities subsection under the AI section. Click on the New button to create a new face ability. Give it a name, Ghoul Minion. Now, click on the Add Ability button. Select the Ghoul Minion attack ability that we created in the previous video. Leave all other values at default. Save the settings. Now, we will add this to the behavior settings. Open the behavior subsection. Then, open the Ghoul Minion behavior state that we created in the previous video. Navigate to the potential abilities setting. Click on the plus icon. Then, add the Ghoul Minion face abilities here. Save the settings. Next, open the Faces subsection under AI. Create a new face for our enemy character. Give it a name, Ghoul Minion. Now, set the transition duration to 0. We want our enemy to transition directly into this phase without any delay. Next, click on the potential behavior setting plus icon. Add the Ghoul Minion behavior that we created earlier. Make sure the chance is set to 100%. We want this behavior to happen every time. Leave all other values to default. Save the settings. Next, open the NPC subsection under AI. Create a new NPC. Now, give it a name and a display name, Ghoul Minion. As I have explained before, you can provide whatever name that you prefer. Add an icon to it. Next, open the AI settings. Add the AI logic template provided by default in the RPG Builder. Then, Click on the plus icon near the Faces and Appearances button. Add the ghoul minion face and preset that we created earlier. Next, open the Functions setting. Uncheck the Player Interactable setting. This is mostly used by other types of NPCs. Leave all other values to default. Next, open the Combat option. Select the Beast faction for the faction setting. We will not add any species here. Then, uncheck the Scale with Player option. We don't want our enemy to scale with the player class, but this is an interesting setting, and if you want such a feature in your game, you can enable this option and set the minimum and maximum value to your liking. Now, uncheck the Rest phase after combat option. Leave all other values to default. Save the settings. Next, open the Aggro setting. Add a new Aggro link. Then, select the type as NPC. Now, select the same ghoul minion NPC. Then, set the max distance to 5. These settings will aggro all the similar enemy NPC within the set range. Next, open the respawn setting. Set the min value to 30 and max value to 45. This is the time that will be taken by the enemy to respawn in the scene. Now, set the corpse despawn time to 20. This will determine the time taken to disable the dead enemy from the scene. Next, open the rewards setting. Set the minimum experience to 2 and maximum to 4. Then, set the level bonus experience to 2. This is the bonus experience per level of the NPC. Next, set the percentage for each lower player level to 20. This means that if the player is below the NPC level, then the player will receive a bonus experience for killing this enemy character as per the set value. Similarly, set the percentage for each higher player level to -20. Again, this means that if the player's level is above this enemy NPC, then the player will receive a decreased bonus experience as per the set value. Leave all other options to default. Next, open the loot tables setting. We will add 2 loot tables here. Now, select the first loot table as Blink Coin. Now, select the second loot table as Lava Weapon. These are provided by default in the RPG Builder. Save the settings. These loot tables can be created under Economy Loot Tables. We will discuss more on loot tables in an upcoming video where we will set up our weapons and loot tables from scratch. For now, we will use the default ones. Now, get back to the NPC subsection under the AI. Open our Ghoul Minion NPC again. Then navigate to the stats window and open it. Click on the Add Stat button. Then select the health stat under the stat option. Activate the override maximum value option. Then set the max value to 60. Leave all other options to default. Save the settings. Finally, we will add this enemy to our scene. Open your game scene. I'm using the default demo scene. Navigate to the NPC spawners in the hierarchy. Then add an empty game object here. Give it the name Creatures. Make sure that the transform is set to 0. In the demo scene provided by the rpgbuilder, there is an animals NPC spawner game object. We will disable them for now. Next, under our creatures game object, create another empty game object. Name it Ghoul Minion. Place it somewhere in the scene where we want the enemy to spawn. Make sure that the game object is above the ground. Now, add an NPC spawner component in the inspector window. Then, set the type to endless. Here, you have the option to limit the spawning of the NPC if you prefer so. Next, set the area height value to 10. Then, set the radius to 60. This will be the range where the enemy can be spawned. Now, set the layer to ground. This is important. Next, set the max NPCs that will be spawned to 2. Then, set the max distance from the player when the NPC will be spawned to 400. Change the color if you want. I'm changing it to red. Next, click on the NPC list button. We will add our Ghoul Minion NPC here. Leave all other settings to default. Save the project. Next, we will test the enemy character in play mode. Open the main menu scene. Click on the play button. Once in play mode, click on the new button. Choose the female character that we created earlier. Give her a name and click on Create. Once the game starts, navigate the player to the position where we set the enemy spawn. Notice that the enemy character is spawned in the scene properly. Engage in battle with the enemy character. Once it is killed, the loot item is available. The player can collect the item and it will be added to the player's inventory. To check this, open the player inventory. Notice that the blink coin is added to the inventory. Also, notice that the enemy is getting respawned after the set amount of time. So, all the functionalities are working as expected now. By this, we have looked at the creation of an enemy character in detail. In future videos, we will hook this enemy character to the quest and our own scenes with better rewards and much more. So, to conclude, we created a face ability and configured the ability that we created in the previous video. We then configured the behavior with this face ability. Then we created a face for the enemy character. Next, we configured the enemy NPC with this face and all the necessary settings. We also created rewards and loot tables. Finally, we added the enemy to the scene using a spawner and play tested the same. Thank you for watching this video. Please do like, subscribe and hit the bell icon on our channel and support our initiative. More such content will be made available in the future. Thanks again.